So I'm casual today. It's Casual Friday. It's also coming off of 2 wrongful death back-to-back multi-week trials that we've had. The first one resulted in a $16 million jury verdict. The second one resulted on a settlement just before closing arguments that all I can say is confidential, and we were pleased with the result. But in any event, what happens after a large verdict, jury verdict? There's always an appellate process that usually takes place. There's motions that happen immediately following the verdict. They ask the trial court judge first to reduce, usually. They ask the trial court judge to grant a new trial, usually, right after the verdict. If that doesn't work, they then have so many days to file a notice of appeal. The notice of appeal goes to an appellate court in Tallahassee, the first DCA, First District Court of Appeals for Florida. And that first DCA is the first layer of appeals in the state court system after the trial court level. And of course, there will be appellate issues usually when there's large verdicts like that. That can take 6 months, that can take years. It's hard to say. Usually what happens is, if the appeal process plays out, it usually stops at the first DCA level. It either comes back for some problem with the initial trial, or it gets affirmed, which means the appellate court says everything was okay. And the case can always settle while the appeal is pending. So it's hard to say what's going to happen in this particular case, but it's certainly one of those ones that's going to likely go through the appellate process some before there's a resolution. Anyway, it's a good position to be in as a plaintiff, right? Because you start off in a very good bargaining position when you have a $16 million judgment against a company or a defendant. It's a nice position to be in. Anyway, that's how the appellate process works. You as a plaintiff should just understand, if you end up with a big jury verdict, that's not the end of the road. That's probably midway. It just puts you in a very, very good bargaining position. So when you're picking lawyers, you want somebody that can put you in that bargaining position. A lawyer that has tried lawsuits and gotten multi-million-dollar verdicts and is board certified is best suited to put you in that position. Keeping in mind that only about 1% of these cases go to trial. Our percentage is higher than that because we don't settle cases for lower than what they're worth. So our percentage is closer to 10% of the cases actually go to trial. But you need to have a lawyer that's willing and able and qualified to do these things. And the only thing I can tell you is, if you're in the position of a consumer picking a lawyer, you need to find one that has a track record. Ask them, when was the last time you got a jury verdict in excess of $10 million? When was the last time you got a jury verdict in excess of $1 million? When was the last time you went to court, right? When was the last time you tried a case to a jury in a civil matter? Those are questions that you deserve the answers to, right? And if we're all charging the same thing, because me, as somebody that's gotten $10 million plus jury verdicts, right? And tried numerous cases to juries and am board certified in civil trial, my contract is generally the same contract that you're going to have for somebody that just started this yesterday. So if you're going to pay the same, shouldn't you hire somebody that has the firepower, if you will, to do these things for you? My answer is yes. So don't be duped by cute ads or a lot of ads or a lot of this and a lot of that. Do they have the substance to back up their claim and to help you to the fullest extent in your serious injury or wrongful death case? That's the question you need to ask yourself. If you have any questions about the appellate process or how to hire a qualified trial lawyer for your injury case, you can find us on the web at zarzaurlaw.com, or you can call us at 855-HIRE-JOE.